Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you feeling? How you doing? You know me, my name is Mac3. I'm feeling great, grand, and groovy. You actually might not know who I am, but I'll get into that in a second. First, I just want to give you a brief little background on what's going on right now. I am in New Orleans, Louisiana. Almost forgot what state I'm in. I'm rocking the good limited days right now, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Niles, you know what I'm saying? It's my best friend. He has a great brand. This is a great brim, great hat. You know, go buy limited days. We support black businesses over here. But let me get back to what we're talking about right now, because I don't even know who I am. My name is Mac3. I am on a mission to $1 million mind, body, and bank account. And on that mission to $1 million, I want to provide perspectives, knowledge, and resources to other millionaires on their mission to their million. And I call you guys millionaires because I'm a firm believer in speaking things into existence. So first you have to speak it. After you speak it, you'll start to believe it. After you start to believe it, you do the actions to become it. And that is a millionaire. And the millions that you're chasing, it doesn't have to be monetary. It could be anything you're chasing that seems unobtainable. Anything you're chasing that at one point you might have shared that dream, that goal, that passion, that aspiration with someone, and they might have started to doubt you, or they might have started to question you. They might have started to wonder if you're actually going to start that farm business that turns into $100 million business. They might have questioned if you're actually going to start that speaking engagement that's going to turn into you getting a $10,000 check every time you open your voice. They may have doubted that you're going to create a piece of literature or a piece of art that you'll be able to sell to tens of millions of people that will turn you into a person who has generational wealth, that you can actually provide jobs for other people in your community. You may have shared a goal and somebody may have doubted you, but they don't have the same vision as you because they don't have the same lived experience as you, and they might not have the same connection to God as you. And that it works a little different when you got favor, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got that favor sauce, things happen a little different. Things may be rougher, but things happen a little different. But with that being said, the whole premise of the Mission to $1 Million Network is we want to help you identify, set, and acquire your goals. And we provide resources, we provide information, we provide things that will help you progress yourself. And that's the whole premise of the Mission to $1 Million Network. We want to help you identify, set, and acquire your goals. And this is one of the shows on the Mission to $1 Million Network. This show right here is called Mornings with Mac. And on Mornings with Mac, we share perspectives, knowledge, and resources. And this information is solely shared so you can be a better you. It's solely shared so you can process what's being spoken about and take that, internalize it, and use it to become a better version of you. So with that being said, it is week 31 of 2023. That means we only have 21 weeks left in the year. I always say what week we're in and how much time we have left, because 2023 is not going to be a year where we do the same thing. We're not going to walk into 2024 with the same goals we had in 2023. I'm not going to allow you to do that. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. So we're going to hold each other accountable. So I always say how much time we have left and what time we're in the year, so we can just know where we are tracking. So with it being week 31, the theme for week 31 is being at the table. Being at the table. What does that mean, Mac? So what I mean is, when you get to a certain point in your career, when you get to a certain point in your life, there's going to be spaces and opportunities where you are at the table. You are in position where you weren't before. All the hard work, all the sweat equity, everything that you've been putting in or pouring into your business, pouring into yourself, is going to start making sense. And you're going to start getting in rooms where you did not think you were going to be before. And I just want to drop some gems on, when you get into these rooms, you need to know how to move, because if you don't know how to move, you can't get lost. So on Monday, the topic was ready for the room. On Tuesday, the topic was be intentional. On Wednesday, the topic was provide value. It is Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. And the topic for today is speak peculiar. Speak peculiar. What do you mean by that, Mac? What do you mean by speak peculiar? Like, what are you talking about? So what I mean is, I kind of talked about it before when I was talking about providing value and being intentional. When you're in these specific rooms or when you're at these specific tables, there's a certain language that's spoken that if you haven't been there for a while, you may not understand it. There may be certain experiences that the people at these tables have that they may communicate about that you may not be aware about, but you do have to have an understanding. So I'll give you an example. I don't really play golf, but golf is like It's the business sport. Business deals get done on the golf course. So if I'm at the seat at the table and I'm talking to some CEOs, some vice presidents, or some executives, and they start kind of just they sway over, the conversation goes to golf for some reason. And if I don't know how golf operates, how golf, the rules of golf, what a birdie looks like, what an eagle is, if I don't know these things, the conversation that's being had, I can get lost a little bit. So what I mean by that is you have to speak peculiar. You have to know the environment that you're walking into. You have to know the things that they like. You have to know the things that they talk about. You have to know the things that happens in their realm, because it might be different from your realm, but you have to be able to operate in that situation or in that space so you can take that information, you can take that value, and you can bring that back to your spaces. So what I really mean is you have to learn the language of the people at the table. If you're at a table and this table just happens to be some executives of sports teams, you have to know how to talk sports. If you're at a table and this table is a bunch of CEOs and executives at companies, you have to know how to speak that language. If you're at a table and this table is filled with people who are community leaders, they're actively doing things for their people, you have to know how to speak to them, because there's different languages that you have to speak in all of these situations and areas. And by languages, I'm not just talking about verbal language. Like there's mannerisms that you have to have. There's certain hand gestures that you have. Like when you shake somebody's hand, you has to be firm. If you dap somebody up, you gotta make sure you really pull that in. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you have to understand and know, that when you get into certain spaces or certain areas, you have to move a certain way, because if you don't move a certain way, you're gonna make it hot for yourself. People gonna be like, why is this person in here? Why are you at this table if you don't know this language? Like we don't even speak the same language and you at my table. So once you understand that it's kind of bigger than you, it's more than what you're actually doing, and once you see how people move, you can kind of see how they act, because it's synonymous. If they move a certain way, they're probably gonna act a certain way. That's just me being me, and that's people being people. If you move a certain way, you're probably going to act in a way that's synonymous with the way that you were moving. So just make sure that you understand that in certain rooms, people speak peculiar languages, and you have to understand that language. And if you don't, you may be lost, and that's okay. But you have to learn their language. You have to learn it, and also know that everybody moves with intent. Everybody has an ulterior motive. There's a mutual beneficial relationship with every single situation that somebody puts himself in. So make sure that you're speaking peculiar. All right, millionaires, I dropped a lot of gems today. I hope that this information helped. If you did not know, my name is Mac3. I'm on a mission to $1 million mind, body, and bank account. And on that mission to $1 million, I want to provide perspectives, knowledge, and resources. I hope today that you get to spend time with family, and you just get to, reflect and just help one of your younger family members in their journey or in their progress so they can know how to speak peculiar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hope for you. All right, millionaires, keep chasing those millions. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.